Most people believe that drinking a warm cup of tea or a glass of milk before bed will help them relax and sleep better. It feels comforting, doesn't it? But here is the truth: that very habit is often the reason older adults wake up again and again at night to use the bathroom. What you think is helping your sleep may actually be breaking it. When you load your body with liquid right before bedtime, the kidneys have no choice but to keep working through the night. The bladder fills the nerves, send urgent signals, and your deep sleep is cut short. Instead of feeling restored in the morning, you wake up foggy, unsteady, and even more tired than before. The surprising part is that this has less to do with age and more to do with timing. Simple changes like when you drink water, how early you eat dinner, and how you prepare for rest can mean the difference between a broken night and a peaceful one. Today, I'm going to show you how to spend your day in a way that sets up your bladder to stay quiet all night. These steps are gentle, practical, and proven to give you back the calm sleep you deserve. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from and what time is it right now? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to see your answers. And if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. If not, just give it a like. It really helps this channel grow. Because what feels good at bedtime may not be good for your sleep. And once you know the difference, your nights can change completely. Morning. Setting the foundation for a restful night. When the sun first touches your window, your body quietly asks for water before anything else. Drinking 1 or 2 cups, about 8 to 16 ounces, right after waking gives your kidneys what they need to start the day. Older adults often make the mistake of skipping this morning hydration only to drink most of their fluids later in the evening. That timing forces the bladder to work overtime at night, disturbing precious sleep. By front-loading your water, you gently reset the body's rhythm, giving it time to process fluids during the day, not in the dark hours when you long for rest. After that first glass of water, movement becomes the second pillar of a healthy morning. A simple 10 to 15-minute walk outdoors is enough to awaken circulation, stretch stiff muscles, and invite the morning light into your eyes. This natural light tells the brain it is time to be awake, stabilizing your internal clock and balancing hormones like melatonin and cortisol. Many seniors underestimate the power of those early rays, yet they are free medicine for sleep. Breathing the cool morning air and hearing the neighborhood slowly come alive adds not just physical benefit, but a sense of belonging and calm. Breakfast, when chosen wisely, can either strengthen your body for the day or quietly set you up for restless nights. A meal rich in protein and fiber, 2 eggs, a slice of whole grain bread, perhaps a crisp apple, steadies blood sugar, calms appetite, and supports muscle strength. This balance keeps energy stable, which matters for both heart and brain. On the other hand, starting the day with too much coffee may give a quick burst, but its diuretic effect makes the bladder restless, especially in older adults. Limiting coffee to 1 small cup or replacing the second with herbal tea can mean fewer trips to the bathroom later. There is also a small but powerful habit that many overlook: going to the bathroom each morning, not only when the urge is strong. Training the bladder to empty at the start of the day helps reset the nerves, teaching them to hold urine more calmly through the afternoon and evening. It is not about forcing the body, but about listening to it consistently. This quiet ritual signals order to a system that often feels unpredictable with age. I think of Mr. Reynolds, a 74-year-old retired teacher from Michigan, who once told me he dreaded nights more than mornings. He believed nothing could stop the cycle of waking at 2 a.m., then again at 4 a.m., stumbling in the dark and rising exhausted. But when he shifted his habits, water, first thing a short walk after sunrise, a balanced breakfast, and a steady bathroom routine, his nights began to change. Within weeks, he slept 5 to 6 hours without interruption, and his mornings felt lighter. He laughed when he said, "I thought peace was gone, but it was just waiting for me in the morning." So, dear friend, your night's rest does not begin at bedtime. It begins with what you choose to do the moment you open your eyes. The morning offers a gentle chance to shape the hours ahead, and with it, the gift of a calmer, deeper sleep. Midday. Staying balanced and avoiding bladder triggers. By the time noon arrives, the way you manage your fluids can quietly determine how peaceful your night will be. Experts suggest that most of your daily water, nearly two-thirds, should be consumed before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Drinking steadily through the morning and early lunch hours allows the kidneys to process fluids in the daytime when your body is active and circulation is strong. If you postpone hydration until later, the bladder fills at the wrong time and that leads to broken sleep. This shift may sound small, but it can be the deciding factor between waking twice at night or sleeping until dawn. Lunch itself should also be chosen with care. Older adults often reach for foods that feel satisfying, like salty soups, spicy pickles, or heavily seasoned dishes. The hidden danger is that excess salt triggers thirst, causing you to drink more water in the evening, and spicy foods irritate the bladder lining, making it more sensitive during the night. A balanced lunch plate, moderate portions of lean protein, lightly steamed vegetables, and a small serving of whole grains keeps both digestion and bladder comfort steady. Choosing flavor without excess salt or spice may feel like a sacrifice at first, but the payoff is fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom. After lunch, the body naturally asks for rest, and a short nap can be a healthy gift. Research shows that a 20-minute nap helps the heart recover, lowers blood pressure, and reduces stress hormones. Yet, there is a fine line between refreshment and disruption. Sleeping too long in the afternoon can shift your circadian rhythm, leaving you wide awake at night when your body should be resting. A gentle nap set with an alarm offers calm without stealing the deeper sleep hours your body needs after dark. Beyond rest, the afternoon also offers a chance to keep the mind and spirit active. Reading a favorite book, playing a board game with a friend, or joining a light community activity provides stimulation that goes far beyond entertainment. These activities keep the brain sharp, maintain emotional balance, and reduce the quiet stress that often lingers in older age. Stress hormones, especially cortisol, make the bladder more reactive, which is why relaxation and mental engagement during the day can lead to calmer nights. Even a phone call with an old friend or a few minutes of laughter with family can make the difference. I remember speaking with Mrs. Patel, a 71-year-old living in New Jersey who used to struggle with waking 3 times every night. Her routine once included a heavy, spicy lunch and long afternoon naps, followed by endless cups of tea in the evening. When she gently shifted her habits, lighter lunches, water earlier in the day, and a 20-minute nap instead of an hour, her sleep transformed. Within a month, she noticed that she woke only once a night and some nights not at all. She smiled as she told me I thought age had stolen my sleep, but it was really my afternoon choices. So remember, midday is not just about filling hunger or passing time. It is the quiet moment where balance is built, shaping whether the night ahead will be restless or peaceful. Each small adjustment hydration, earlier, mindful meals, a careful nap, and gentle connection brings you one step closer to the deep healing sleep your body still remembers. Afternoon, the golden time to adjust. Fluids and movement. As the afternoon unfolds, the way you handle water becomes the quiet key to how you will sleep tonight. After 4 o'clock, it is wise to slowly reduce the amount you drink, taking only small sips when your body truly feels thirsty. Many older adults keep their evening cups full, thinking it prevents dehydration, yet those late glasses often travel straight to the bladder at midnight. By shifting your hydration earlier and tapering off toward evening, you give the kidneys time to finish their work while the sun is still up. This gentle timing helps the bladder stay calm when your body is ready to rest. Caffeine and alcohol deserve careful attention as well. After 2 o'clock in the afternoon, drinks like tea, coffee, soda, or even a small glass of wine can quietly set the stage for restless nights. Both caffeine and alcohol act as diuretics, which means they make the kidneys produce more urine and irritate the bladder lining. For seniors already sensitive to changes in sleep, these drinks may trigger multiple awakenings even if consumed hours before bed. Replacing them with water in the morning and calming herbal teas earlier in the day provides comfort without the hidden cost of nighttime bathroom trips. Movement too holds special power in the late afternoon. A gentle 20-minute walk, a light yoga session, or even simple chair stretches can improve circulation and help the body release fluids stored in the legs. Older adults often develop mild swelling in their feet and ankles, a sign that fluid has pooled during hours of sitting. When you lie down at night, this fluid shifts back toward the heart and kidneys, increasing nighttime urine production. Moving in the afternoon helps clear that burden, early leaving your bladder quieter in the dark hours. Along with circulation, these activities support balance, reduce stiffness, and nurture independence. Choosing the right afternoon snack can also protect your sleep. Acidic fruits like oranges, pineapples, or grapes, while refreshing, tend to irritate the bladder and increase urgency. Instead, fruits such as bananas, pears, or papayas are gentle choices that calm digestion and reduce bladder sensitivity. They provide natural fiber steady energy and a sense of satisfaction without the silent penalty of nighttime urination. For many seniors, this swap may feel small, but it can create meaningful change in how the evening and night unfold. I think of Mrs. Alvarez, a 70-year-old grandmother living in New Jersey, who once believed her evening tea was harmless comfort. Every day, at 4 o'clock, she would sip her black tea with biscuits, only to wake 2 or 3 times at night. Her mornings grew heavy, her legs ached, and she felt her independence slipping. With guidance, she switched her tea for a small bowl of ripe papaya and a short walk outside. Within 2 weeks, her nights transformed. She proudly shared that she now sleeps 6 straight hours and her mornings are filled with lightness she thought she had lost forever. The afternoon, dear friend, is not just another stretch of the day. It is the golden window where small adjustments, less water, no caffeine, gentle movement, and the right snack can protect the deep rest your body still longs for. Each mindful choice is a quiet promise to yourself, a promise that tonight peace and sleep may finally return. Evening, eating smart for a peaceful bladder. As the evening settles in, the choices you make around dinner quietly shape the kind of night you will experience. Experts agree that eating earlier, ideally before 7 o'clock, gives your digestive system time to work while you are still awake and active. A late dinner pushes digestion into the night, creating pressure in the abdomen, irritation in the bladder, and a restless sleep that leaves you drained by morning. By finishing dinner early, you allow your stomach to settle, your bladder to remain calmer, and your body to prepare naturally for deep rest. It may feel inconvenient at first, but this one shift often brings a dramatic change in the quality of sleep. The type of dinner also matters more than most people realize. Heavy watery meals like soups, stews, or broths can overload the bladder even if the flavors feel comforting. A smarter plate includes a moderate portion of rice or potatoes, lightly steamed vegetables, and a serving of lean protein like chicken or fish. This balance supports energy without forcing the kidneys to filter large volumes of fluid at night. For older adults, digestion slows with age, so lighter meals are not a sign of weakness. They are a way of respecting the body's changing rhythm. The reward is fewer bathroom interruptions and mornings that feel more energized. Another habit worth examining is the so-called just-in-case bathroom trip before bed. Many seniors believe that emptying the bladder, even without a strong urge, will help them sleep better. But what actually happens is the opposite. When you train your bladder to respond to small volumes, it becomes hypersensitive, sending false signals throughout the night. Over time, this habit can make nighttime urination worse, not better. Trusting your body's real signals instead of forcing it keeps the bladder nerves calm and helps you rest longer without interruption. Evening drinks can also become hidden triggers. Milk fruit juices and carbonated sodas may feel soothing, yet they add fluid volume and sometimes irritate the bladder lining. Juices, especially citrus, increase urine acidity, while soda combines both fluid and gas that create pressure. For someone already sensitive at night, these choices quietly rob hours of sleep. Instead, a few small sips of warm water, just enough to keep the throat comfortable, are far safer. By limiting fluids after 7 o'clock, you reduce the workload on the bladder and set the stage for calmer nights. I recall the story of Mr. and Mrs. Sharma, a retired couple living in Pune, India, who for years believed their evening routines were harmless. They enjoyed a late dinner, often after 8, followed by a warm glass of milk before bed. Night after night, both found themselves waking 2 or 3 times, frustrated and exhausted by morning. With gentle guidance, they shifted dinner to 6:30, kept the meal light, and replaced the milk with a simple walk and 2 small sips of warm water. Within 2 weeks, they were sleeping 6 to 7 hours straight. Mrs. Sharma told me with a smile, "We thought old age had taken our sleep away, but it was really just our habits." Dear friend, your evening routine holds far more power than you might think. By eating earlier, choosing lighter foods, avoiding unnecessary bathroom trips, and keeping late night drinks to a minimum, you give your body the gift of rest. And with each quiet adjustment, you move closer to the deep healing sleep you deserve. Before bed, creating rituals for deep sleep. The final hours of your day quietly prepare the body for either peace or disturbance And the bedroom environment makes all the difference. A dark, cool room kept around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit signals to the brain that it is safe to rest deeply. Heavy pajamas or thick blankets may feel comforting at first, yet they trap heat and raise the chance of sweating thirst and nighttime awakenings. Light cotton clothes and breathable sheets keep the body calm, protecting against both overheating and unnecessary bladder stimulation. By creating a sleep space that feels both cool and inviting, you give yourself the best chance for undisturbed rest. The position you choose in bed can also influence how often you wake at night. Lying on the left side with a soft pillow between the knees reduces pressure on the bladder and improves circulation. This posture also supports digestion, allowing the stomach and intestines to rest without pressing against the lower abdomen. Many seniors have spent years sleeping on their backs, yet they find that this simple adjustment brings comfort they never expected. With time, the body learns to recognize this as a restful position, and the bladder sends fewer false alarms through the night. Calming the mind before bed is just as important as preparing the body. Stress hormones heighten the sensitivity of bladder nerves, which is why worry often shows up as frequent nighttime urination. A short routine of deep breathing, 5 minutes of meditation, or listening to soft music can settle the nervous system. Gentle stretches or a quiet prayer may bring the same effect, giving both heart and mind permission to release the tension of the day. This sense of calm lowers urgency and allows the brain to stay anchored in deeper stages of sleep. Sometimes the night still brings an unexpected awakening, but how you respond can decide whether you fall back asleep quickly or remain restless. If you wake, pause for a moment before rushing to the bathroom. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths and ask yourself if the bladder truly feels full. Often, the urge is only a false signal created by sensitive nerves or habit. By staying still and relaxing the belly, you may find the feeling passes and sleep returns without the disruption of getting out of bed. This practice trains the body to recognize real need versus false alarm. I recall the story of Mr. Johnson, a 75-year-old retired engineer from Texas, who once woke 4 times each night, certain his bladder was failing him. After learning a simple breathing exercise, inhale through the nose, exhale slowly through the mouth, he began using it each time he stirred in the dark. Within 3 weeks, he was waking only twice, and soon after, only once. He told me with relief, I realized it wasn't just my bladder, it was my stress, my worry, and the way I reacted. Today, he feels more rested, steady on his feet, and hopeful about his independence. So remember, bedtime is not just about closing your eyes. It is about building rituals that signal safety, calm, and balance. With a cool room, the right position, a calm mind, and patience. Through the night, your body can relearn the art of deep healing sleep. Common myths about nighttime urination. One of the most common myths older adults believe is that drinking less water during the day will prevent them from waking at night. At first, it seems to make sense, but the reality is very different. When you restrict water in the morning and afternoon, the body becomes slightly dehydrated, making the blood thicker and forcing the kidneys to work harder later. This hidden stress often leads to a rebound effect, where the kidneys push out more urine at night when you are trying to sleep. Instead of helping, this habit makes nighttime urination worse and leaves the body tired, foggy, and even more at risk for falls. Drinking enough water earlier in the day, especially before 2 in the afternoon, keeps the system balanced and reduces the pressure on the bladder overnight. Another misunderstanding is that nighttime urination is caused only by prostate problems, which makes many men believe it is their unique burden. The truth is that both men and women experience this issue often for reasons that go beyond the prostate. Aging bladder nerves, changes in hormones, late evening meals, or habits like drinking tea at night can all play a role. Women after menopause, for example, often face increased bladder sensitivity, while men may focus too much on the prostate and overlook other lifestyle triggers. Thinking only about the prostate can delay solutions that are simple and practical, such as adjusting meal timing, limiting caffeine, and practicing calming bedtime routines. Nighttime urination is not limited to one gender, it is a shared challenge with shared solutions. A third myth many people follow is the just in case bathroom visit right before bed, even if they don't feel the urge. On the surface, it seems like a smart step to empty the bladder before lying down. But in practice, this habit quietly trains the bladder to respond to very small amounts of urine. Over time, the nerves become conditioned to send signals when only a fraction of the bladder is full, creating false alarms throughout the night. This pattern can leave you waking for just a trickle, believing it is unavoidable. A better approach is to trust your body's true signals and only go when the need is real. By doing so, you help retrain the bladder to hold comfortably until it is genuinely full. Finally, many seniors accept nighttime urination as a natural part of aging, believing nothing can be done. While it is true that the body changes with age, this does not mean restless nights are inevitable. Most cases can be improved with lifestyle adjustments such as earlier dinners, steady water intake in the first half of the day, and calming routines before bed. Accepting it as destiny removes the hope that real change is possible, and hope is essential for action. In reality, small, consistent choices build powerful results. Older adults who once felt trapped by sleepless nights often rediscover long stretches of rest simply by shifting daily habits. So remember, these myths may sound logical or familiar, but they quietly steal your sleep and your energy. By understanding the truth and making gentle adjustments, you can take back control. Nighttime peace is not lost, it is waiting for you in the choices you make each day. Nighttime urination, dear friend, is not an unavoidable sentence of aging, but often the result of small patterns in your daily routine. When water is consumed, late meals are heavy, or the evening grows restless, the bladder becomes overactive. Yet, by shifting hydration earlier, eating dinner before the night deepens, and calming the body before bed, the cycle can be reversed. It is not about fighting age, but about working with the body's rhythm and discovering that peace at night is still within reach. I encourage you to try this gentle routine for just 1 week. Drink water in the morning and early afternoon, fuel yourself with lighter dinners, and give the mind a few minutes of calm before sleep. You may find, as so many others have, that your nights become quieter and your mornings brighter. The difference often arrives faster than expected, bringing relief not only to your body but also to your spirit. Small steps repeated daily can rebuild confidence and restore a sense of control over your health. If this message touched you, I invite you to join a growing community of people who believe sleep is worth protecting. Type the word HOPE in the comments below and let others see they are not alone in this journey. Share this video with a friend, a neighbor, or a family member who may also wake too often in the night. Together, by exchanging stories and encouragement, we can build a circle of wisdom and care. Tonight can be different, and with the right choices, tomorrow can begin with renewed strength and a lighter heart.